Hello, badass business owners. This is Coach Ann Evanston, 25 years self employed as a coach and speaker. And I am thrilled to have you here at It's Scripted as Fuck, where you learn great, bold business tips in 10 minutes or less, because I know you're busy businesswomen and we need to get to the point and make shit happen. I am thrilled to have with you today Kirsten, who is amazing. And let me tell you about her. If you're raising a big feeling dog, I love that phrase, and life's been throwing changes your way, maybe a new job, a new family member, a big move, or a breaking point of burnout and overwhelm, our guest today gets it. Kay, the Canine Detective, is certified dog trainer and a coach who works with devoted dog guardians to help their dogs feel safer, calmer, and more connected. Her one-on-one daily training programs offer hands-on support to reduce stress, build trust, and make life feel manageable again for both of you. Hi, Kirsten. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me on, and I am super excited to dive in with you today.
Me too. I'm thrilled to have you. And I always like to start with my favorite question as a business owner, and it has to do with money. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, we have our passion, yet if it doesn't make us money, it's really just a hobby, not a business, right? So I want to know. You used a word that is my number one value, and you say sales come through it, which is integrity. What do you think integrity is, and why is it important to sales and business?
I am going to give the nice to hear answer, and then I'm also going to give the, I guess, logistical answer. So like morality
Okay.
versus
Uh,
logic, head versus heart.
okay.
So first, from a heart place, a lot of us enter business, especially entrepreneurs that are really passionate about what they do because they want to help people. A lot of
Mhm,
people have pride in what they offer, whether or not that's a service or product. You want
mhm,
this to be a valuable thing you're offering to the world.
mhm,
So when you come at business from that space, you are selling with integrity because you really believe in what you're selling. You're not like that
mhm,
snake oil salesman where you're
mhm,
trying to con somebody, right? And it makes sales a lot easier because you yourself believe in what you're selling. So it
mhm,
doesn't feel like you're manipulating someone. It feels like, hey, I have something to offer you that would really benefit you. And
mhm,
that's from the heart and then from the head logistically as well. Um, Referrals are the lifeblood of so many businesses, which
mhm,
means that your past clients need to have had success with your product or service. Tell your friends. That's how you get the Google reviews. That is how you get them referring to others. That's how you get people coming back and buying from you again and again. So you want to make sure when you're making the sales that you're selling to people that are a good fit that are actually going to benefit from what it is you're offering, because then that will make sales down the road even easier, if
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that first part is you, or the second part is you called head of integrity. Integrity really is about not not saying everybody's your customer,
Yeah.
everybody's a fit, because if you're taking on people that aren't a fit, you're not in line with your integrity. And then they're not happy either because they might have gotten a result, but the vibe doesn't match. And so they don't become that referral source. And that blood, as you said, the referral source is so important and powerful. I also love the heart part of what you said, because I find that a lot of entrepreneurs get really fearful of sales because they love what they do so much.
Mm.
And it holds them back from bringing the offer. Yet, if you really believe in what you do and you're connected passionately to it, your integrity says, I must share it with the world and let them make the choice if I'm the right fit or not.
That's it. And I think that that's something, especially newer entrepreneurs, it's really easy to get discouraged when you hear a
Mhm,
lot of no's in the
mhm,
process. That is not a reflection on whether or not what you have to offer is valuable. It is more
right.
so, have you found the right people? If you're clear
Yeah.
on your offer and you're clear on who your ideal client is, it makes things a lot easier. And then if you hear the no's that aren't from your ideal client, that's not a reflection on what you have to offer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a reality check that they're not your person.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. Okay, so let's get a little sassy. You know what is the craziest lesson that a dog taught you that helped improve business success?
Oh, goodness. Hmm. I think there's a few different ways I can answer this. I'm going to
Okay,
kind of ad lib or
sure. I love
improv
that.
here.
Mhm.
But I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned from dogs themselves are that dogs are so unique and people are so unique. So people will think, oh, dog training, if you helped one person this way, you can do the exact same thing with the next
Mm,
person. And I can tell you, I can
mm,
work with 5 dogs back to back that were all labs, for instance, and what we're working on is not the same thing. The other thing is that dogs are their own sentient beings, so they also have an affinity or an ability to learn and improve. And I'm consistently surprised by both my canine clients and the human ones of how quickly we can get through things. I always tend to
mm,
kind of overestimate how long something is to
mm,
get done just to help manage people's expectations. And I'm continuously impressed with how much progress, where I thought, oh, this dog's going to take 3 weeks to learn this thing. And instead it
mm.
takes one. And I'm like, okay, well, fantastic. We can move ahead in the training plan then.
Yeah. So I love some of those. I think that, lessons from dogs and their humans, right, is such a powerful thing to think about because, first of all, I think if dogs are trusting, dogs will go in, right? They'll
Mm,
go in. They're like, I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna get it right. I want to, and I wouldn't say be a people pleaser because I think dogs know care self here and then care for others is greater. I think
mm,
dogs even know that lesson, right?
mm.
Um, Yet the dogs have that ability to just say, I'm doing this thing because I can do this thing.
Yeah.
And you're helping me do this thing, right? And be better in my life. And I think humans can learn great lessons from that in the sense of even growing a business, how am I going to do this thing? Who is teaching me and what way do I need to be taught? I think is a powerful point of what you said too. I'm sure you realize not you said it, not all dogs are the same, not all humans are the same, right?
Yeah.
So some dogs they need a little more tough love. So do some humans.
Well, and I imagine much of your viewers are probably in a similar position where I am, slash, where of, you're starting your business, you're thinking, you're planning all these things out, and you'll speak to great mentors like yourself, coaches you talk to try and figure out what's going to be the best path for you. And then you figure out, well, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take until I'm a successful entrepreneur, whatever that happens to mean? And the question is, it depends. It's the same in
Yeah,
dog training. Is some
yeah,
people it's faster than others. It depends on what your goals are, what you've got going on.
yeah, yeah. What are you willing to do to get it, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so self-love. um in your own self-love, what's something you needed in your own personal journey as a biz owner to let go of so that you could have greater success?
Oh, tough ones. The toughest one at all. I tend to be very self-critical. I offer a
Mm,
lot of grace to my clients. I offer a lot of both
mm,
human and dog. Even in my personal life, people thought like, oh, like even when I was younger and competing in sports and things like that, they
mhm.
would say, oh, like, is that how you think about your friend over there or your opponent? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm
Yeah.
just such a perfectionist naturally and so
Mhm,
self-critical in the effort of getting it right. Um,
mhm,
and I think that through the business owner journey and working with dogs, I have seen reflected back to me that criticism isn't helpful for growth. And
mm,
so I've been taught by my
mm,
clients of, hey, I need to cut myself some slack.
mm.
It's going to be a journey, it's going to be a process. And being a
Yeah.
perfectionist is not going to help you move forward. It's actually just going to get you
Yes.
to stay stuck in the current situation. Sometimes
Yes.
you get to 80%, even in dog training. It's like if you have a
Yes.
bunch of goals, maybe we don't need 100% perfection before we start moving on to the next thing. It doesn't mean we don't
Yes.
continue to work on it, but if
Right.
that's going to prevent you from moving forward, it's not
Yeah.
helpful to stay in that
If
place.
your critic has taken your momentum, like you were talking about, when do I know I'm going to be successful when I look at
Mm,
mentors who are doing it? If your critic is completely stopping your progress, your progression, right? There's a problem with the critic. That's the part we have to let go of. And the perfection, I say it all the time, but be messy. Something's better than nothing.
yep, absolutely.
So I
Uh,
love that. So moving on with our time, because we're going
Yes.
to get closer. I know you and I could talk forever. We're having fun with the analogies that we're making. I love that. Yet I'm going to give you a couple word associations just so women can get to know you that are watching.
Mhm.
Big dog or little dog?
Little dog. Do I explain or do I just answer?
Yeah, it's just the answers. They can
Cool.
follow up with you
Cool.
and get all into the debates. That's what I
Cool.
love about the connection. Ocean or mountains?
Ocean.
Okay. And if you had, finish the sentence for me, my Japanese katana in your hand right now, what would you cut through?
Fruit.
Okay. I love that. All right. Thank you so much, Kirsten, for your fun and great answers. I threw the challenges at you and the analogies, and I love that you brought them full circle for the audience and who is here today. I appreciate it so much. I have all kinds of contact information that they can find about you below.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you would want them to know? How the best way to reach you? Any of those kind of things as we wrap up?
Yeah, easiest place, the Canine Detective on Instagram, and then my website, my links, all that stuff will pop up so you can find me everywhere else from there.
There you go. So Instagram, the Canine Detective, and you've got
Mhm.
all that information below in case you want to spell canine with a K. Kirsten's got you with that. Thank you so much. Mic drop to Kirsten today. She knocked it out the park, and we greatly appreciate that so much. Please check out her information as well as hit that subscribe button and make sure you come back and see the next person I interview. We as a community support each other. We all grow together, and that's what makes it powerful. And please do join my Facebook group where we are a tribe that supports each other with no judgment and love in how we grow in our business. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day. Bye now.